I don't hate him. I don't understand why he did this to me. I don't understand that.
The Cedric Maxwell podcast is brought to you by FanDuel, the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network.
So back to Chicago, right? It's like every lesson that we learn from the Celtics and every lesson that the Lakers, Celtic, Philadelphia, you know, Chicago takes the point, they act like they just showed up. They don't get nobody, they don't get y'all no credit. They don't get the Lakers no credit. They don't get Philadelphia no credit. They don't get the Pistons no credit. Every time the Chicago Bulls talk, it's just the Chicago Bulls. We tell our story inclusive with the Celtics. Y'all tell y'all story inclusive with the Lakers in Philadelphia. There's a learning tree.
Yes.
Chicago is like, oh, you hit me and walked off the court, y'all bad dudes.
Wow.
Time out. You never heard us say until recently, but the Celtics walked off on us. When y'all walked off the court, right? We said that they deserve and we honor them in this moment, right? Because as a champion, they have fallen, right? The champ has fallen, and we're going to give them the dignity and the respect, right? To be off this floor and not watch us have to celebrate and all this other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how it always
was. Okay.
And after that, I remember, Jimmy Rogers and KC and everybody coming in our locker room saying, "Hey, nice job," everything else. And then you leave and you go about your business. Chicago, I mean, the Bulls, Jordan, every time you hit him, he was crying. Oh, motherfucker hit me. Going to David Stern's office, going to the commissioner's office, having a meeting about getting hit, getting fouled. You got to change the rules. I'm like, wait a minute. I watch Dr. J get beat up. I watch Magic get beat up. I watch Max get beat up. I watch Bird get beat up. I didn't got beat up. Everybody get beat up. But wait a minute. Now we got to change the rules because he getting hit. I'm animated about it because he just ain't been telling the truth. On one hand, right, I'm thinking we cool. Now, if you notice, he asked me to be in his documentary. He asked me to be in The Last Dance. His producers asked me to be in his Last Dance. Max, you see me sitting there in a three-piece in a tie. I dressed up. I'm thinking that I didn't think we had a problem. I think, our families and everybody, whatever happened with Dream Team, I'm taking him at his word. He said he didn't have nothing to do with it. Okay. Stuff happens, right? Mm-hmm. I'm moving on with my life. I coached him the last All-Star game. He, Ahmad, Rashad, and I have been to dinner. I'm thinking everything cool. I'm totally blindsided. I sit down, I do the interview at NBA TV. We rolling out the red carpet. I sit there for 2 hours. And now The Last Dance comes on during the, what do you call it? The lockdown, right? Mm-hmm. Me, my family, everybody locked down because you can't go outside. So now I'm sitting there watching like everybody else. I'm anxious to see because this is the first time that I ever get a chance to peek behind the Chicago Bulls curtain. I peek behind the Celtics curtain, Lakers curtain. Y'all know what's behind us and everything. But the Bulls, we never really got to see what was happening behind the scenes there. Who did we lose to? How did they beat us, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then it comes on. Forgive me when I say this, but I watch a whole documentary about a guy being an asshole, and he calls me an asshole. Now he calls me an asshole and then says, I hate him. Ain't nobody ever said, I hate him. He said, as much as I hate him, and he's an asshole. And I'm like, whoa, time out. So now we all looking around, and now my phone starts ringing. his former teammates, his inner circle, you know, well, Michael didn't mean that, it didn't come off the right way, so forth and so on. Like, okay. I never hear from Michael. Now I'm hearing from everybody around him. And now every interview that I do, including this one, I have to answer the Michael Jordan question. And if you didn't mean it, then come out and clean it up. But if you meant it, you can leave it like it is, but stop sending your people to tell me that ain't what you mean. This is where I'm at. I'm pretty manly about, where I've been. All of y'all, when y'all were players, y'all elected me to be the president of y'all union. And I've stood firm and tall, and I ain't never tried to backstab nobody. But the way this stuff is played out, it's like, hey man, you either clean that up or leave it like it is. And if that's the way it is, that's fine. One of us is not telling the truth. And I'm just saying it ain't me. Okay. Here are my facts laid out, documented. Y'all beat our ass. Not only did y'all beat our ass, but then y'all beat our ass. And then y'all would talk crap to why y'all was beating us. Yeah, but you know what it made me do? It made me get better. It was like, I didn't take it in a bad way. It was like, but, Chicago, one of the things that really disappointed me about watching The Last Dance, I would say probably the biggest thing that disappointed me about watching Last Dance was seeing how Michael Jordan treated Jerry Krause in that documentary. Now, and I know, right? In our era, these are the respected GMs. These were the dudes, right?
Yeah.
Red Auerbach, Jerry West, Wayne Embry, Jerry Krause, Jack McCloskey. Them were like the guys, right? And I could never imagine Red Auerbach being treated. Think about what I'm saying. Red Auerbach being treated the way that Jerry Krause got treated by the players. And I can't imagine Jerry West getting on the bus and the Lakers like dissing him. I can't imagine us like treating Jack McCloskey the way the Chicago Bulls was treating Jerry Krause. Now, it's one thing to do it privately, but now you're going to do it in your documentary. Man is gone. I'm just saying, why? Why go there? And so when you talk about The Last Dance and all that, I'm just saying, hey man, it's some facts that just aren't being presented. And I'm mad. Well, I won't say I'm mad. I don't hate him. I don't understand why he did this to me. I don't understand that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if this is how it is, then this is how it is. But if you want to apologize, like I'm going back, you said Magic and I sat down. Karl Malone said, I apologize for all the things, I can accept that. But if you want to have a private sit down with me and then leave this stuff floating out here publicly, no. You did it on an international stage. I'm in Dubai and I got to answer the questions about Last Dance everywhere I go now.
Yeah.
So I have to speak to it now. I got to speak my truth. If you want to stop it and clean it up, then, publicly you got to say, hey, this ain't what I meant. Now, I do still have his producer's emails. Saying I got stuff where you asking me to participate in your story. And I'm thinking we all good. But now I'm finding out all these years that we wasn't. I'm just saying that ain't cool, man.
Sign up at FanDuel.com/Boston and get in on the action with $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed, when you place your first $5 bet.